What's going on, fellow YouTubers? It's your pal Raptor here. Today I now have, as you can see, I now have a tripod, as suggested by the ingenious stop motion artist DMD Studios. Yeah, I come to you today to bring you good news. With this tripod, which I have bought to have steadier focuses rather than using my own hands to maneuver the camera, I will be doing reviews soon. That's the first good news. The second good news, I plan to do two stop motion series. The first one will be called Kaiju Headbangers, where Godzilla and some other monsters headbang to some heavy metal music of my choosing, with in stop motion style. It will be done without a green screen, so it's just practice fun. The second series, you ask? Well, let me introduce the monsters who will star in the second series. Of course, there's Godzilla, who in this storyline is Godzilla Jr., just after Godzilla vs. Destroyer. His best pal, Anguirus, of course. Rodan also has a role in it, as does Mothra, if you can see him, right under between Godzilla's legs there. Who will be Mothra Leo in this series. And to make this totally my series, I will be adding one more monster that none of you probably would have expected. Who is he? Zilla. Now, before you start asking questions, allow me to explain. The series, the original, I had trouble coming up with a name for the second series. It was going to be called Godzilla Squad, but I decided not to go because it sounds too simple. Since this was going to be about Godzilla and his friends, I had to think of something else, a different name. I was going to call it Godzilla and Friends, but as some of you can probably guess, I feel like I'd be ripping off Goji73's Godzilla and His Amazing Friends name. So my series will be called Godzilla and the Kaiju Dudes. It takes place right after Godzilla vs. Destroyer, where Godzilla Jr., again, grown into him, leaves Tokyo out of sadness of his father's passing, and goes to Monster Island, where he finds Anguirus, Rodan, Mothra Leo, and Zilla. Yeah, about Zilla being in this series. Besides, to make it my own, I want to bring my own perspective. I mean, in any other stop-motion series, Zilla's getting beat up is getting his tail handed to him by Godzilla, as seen in Godzilla Final Wars. I mean, so many people have done that before. There's Dead Zilla, I think he's done it at least twice. A countless number of others have had Zilla beaten up by Godzilla, even though it's kind of fitting. So the reason Zilla is in this series as Godzilla's friend is to introduce my own perspective of him. And now, the relationship. Even Anguirus is still Godzilla's best pal, as in all other depictions, but Zilla and Godzilla have a special friendship in this one. You see, in this series, I kept thinking to myself, how would be the ultimate way to redeem Zilla for his involvement in the 1998 remake? I mean, he's somewhat redeemed now for his part in Final Wars, but then I thought of something new. Why not have Godzilla teach Zilla how to fight? I mean, that would be like the ultimate redemption. Godzilla could actually teach Zilla how to fight. Zilla will be Godzilla's apprentice, and what will be I hope to be a hilarious recreation of Godzilla attempting to teach me Manila had a fight and Son of Godzilla. Yeah, so Zilla will be Godzilla's student. Yeah, the series takes place on Monster Island. It'll mostly show them just hanging around, playing, just kicking back, hanging out with each other, things like that. Even Mothra Leo here has a part in it despite his little size. And since this is Godzilla Jr., or at least I believe this Godzilla to be Godzilla Jr. like so many others, he's pretty playful as shown as in his little Godzilla persona in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. In case you're wondering what's wrong with Zilla's head, I had kind of an accident with his jaw, and until I find some ceramic glue to glue his jaw back on properly, that tape's gonna be around his jaw for a while to hold it stable. Yeah, so again, Godzilla and the Kaiju Dudes will be done with an actual green screen. The first practice series, Kaiju Headbangers, will be done with nothing, while the actual stop motion series itself will be done with an actual green screen. Yeah, so that's pretty. So once I understand how to do stop motion better, and of course get a green screen, I will start rehearsing so I can make this series as quick as I can. And again with this tripod, I will soon start making Godzilla reviews. Well, hope to hear from you soon. Raptor Cloak signing out. Check you later.